There's a growing belief that modern living is robbing us of our powers of concentration. So here comes a little test. See if you can hang on in there for just 4 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. The question is, how do you get everybody everywhere to decide to do something positive to help cool down the planet? The first thing is to find something useful that absolutely everybody can actually do without too much effort, and that preferably leaves participants richer. Okay, this is a tall order, but before we look for that something we all can do, let's decide what exactly we want to achieve on behalf of the planet through this mass action. Well, one thing that most people don't know is that almost half the total excess carbon in the atmosphere used to live in the soil, in the form of organic matter. This is how Mother Nature used to give the soil fertility. However, since the so-called Green Revolution in the 1960s, most of the world's agricultural land has been fertilized by the addition of petrochemical fertilizers, and most of the carbon, the organic material that used to be in the soil, is now up in the atmosphere, insulating the planet. So, a great thing to do would be to put the carbon back in the soil in the form of organic material. Sounds alright, no? So let's decide to do that. Okay, next we need to find that magical something that absolutely everybody can easily do that will put the carbon back into the soil. The logical starting point is to identify some form of carbon that's readily and freely available to us all, and that we can all easily put back into the soil. So what about kitchen waste? It's organic material, we all have it, and kitchen waste normally ends up in some landfill or other where it converts itself into powerful greenhouse gases. So kitchen waste is definitely a suitable starting material, and if we manage to stop the stuff getting to landfill, we'll be ahead of the game right from the start. Okay, so how can we convert our kitchen waste into the soil fertilizer easily? Well, the solution is in fact incredibly simple. It's a question of working with a worm gang. The gang works for you for free 24/7 and converts all your kitchen waste into what is universally recognized as the very best fertilizer in existence. From there on in, you have lots of options. You can put your newly created fertilizer on your garden if you have one and grow your own food, healthy organic food. If you don't have a garden, you can take the worm created compost, mix it with some regular soil and use it on your terrace or the roof or even window boxes. In fact, anywhere with a bit of sunlight. You might like to start growing something like vegetables or herbs, spices, or even perhaps medicinal plants. And if you do have absolutely nowhere to grow anything, well, why not cooperate with someone local who does have a bit of space and use your compost there? You might well find yourself eating your own fantastic food in the house of your new friend and co-grower, and maybe even start a local community of growers. And if enough of us do get a worm gang and do lock carbon back in the soil, the ex-kitchen waste, we'll all be reducing our personal carbon footprints, and together, you never know, we might just make the difference that we owe to our kids. Next up is setting up a worm gang base camp.